back to Two Homos 100 Thoughts. I'm Raciel coming to you from Chicago.
And I'm Armando coming to you from Dallas.
And not gonna lie, I'm really excited about this video we're about to bring to you because it's one of the first things me and Armando would talk about when we first became friends. So we're gonna talk about the new trailer and teaser that just dropped for Baddies ATL on the Zeus network. Armando, how do you feel about that coming to, like, the Bad Girls reuniting and coming back in May?
Like you said, this is what connected us as friends. We used to talk about
Yeah, that's all we would talk about. Like in the Tumblr days, remember we would always send each other gifts. Like that was all our conversation threads would be when we would start texting each other.
Exactly. So I follow Natalie Nunn, and I've been following her for a while, and she's been working really hard to bring it back. So kudos to Natalie Nunn.
But yeah, same with Tanisha.
Exactly. They've been working really hard to bring some sort of reboot or something, you know? So kudos to them. But at the same time, like I'm someone who like was following them for like their OnlyFans when they said they were gonna bring it back on there. And I don't know, it's been a long ride, honestly, especially with their conversation that finally happened. And it's been a long ride, but yes, I'm excited to talk about it. And I really do like, I'm excited to watch it, you know, especially the girls that they picked. We have to discuss each one of them because these girls.
Yes. I'm so excited about this because, like you said, like when they came out the whole OnlyFans, the cast that they had done was not impressive to me. So I did not really tune in. I only really was looking at the stuff that was getting leaked online and I watched the conversation. But other than that, that whole cast they had to me wasn't like the Bad Girl All-Star cast to me or a cast that the audience would have wanted. Don't you agree?
Right. No, yeah, for sure. Like that, the original OnlyFans one, I mean, it had a Rocky in it, which I did agree. But I mean, like the Jada, the Shannon,
trash.
The Victor twins, like Erica.
I love the Victor twins. Okay, so do you want to break it down and like just start talking about each bad girl that's on it, and we can just think about what we feel?
For sure. So we can we can start off with like Natalie and Tanisha.
Okay, like, for sure.
They're the biggest names on there, if you ask me. Like,
and their EPs on it too.
Their EPs on it, exactly. So how do you feel about them? Like, did you like them on their seasons or?
Yes. Tanisha is the one who really got me into BGC. I remember I was in 8th grade and it was I was watching, I forgot what show I was watching, but then Bad Girls Club came on after. And then that's when Tanisha's season was on it. So I was like in 8th grade. This was like 2007, like a long ass time ago. I'm old, y'all. And then I remember I'm like, what is this? And I got so into it. And from then I've been stuck on it. Like Tanisha, like to me, is kind of the one who, if it wasn't for her, the show probably wouldn't have kept rolling the way it was. And same with Natalie too.
Exactly.
And during their whole OnlyFans thing, I know they had like a whole falling out, but I'm glad to see them now. From what it seems like they're getting along, because I think the both of them together is such a good power duo.
Yeah, I mean Tanisha, like she's been around. She became the host to the reunion, so that means a lot, you know. And so I'm excited to see new girls like Seven on there, you know.
Okay. Well, we could jump into that. I'm really excited to see Seven. I saw bits and pieces of her season. I saw that. From what I saw that she like beat some girl's ass on her season a few times, like in the reunion too. I see that she does get buck and she's gorgeous. I think she's so pretty. So I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see what she brings. I'm excited to see all these girls like mixed together, you know?
Yeah.
And then who else is on it? Janelle. How do you feel about Janelle being on it?
Janelle is an interesting person that they chose. I feel like I'm not gonna call her a filler bitch, you know, because I don't want to say she's a filler bitch, but she wasn't that great to watch on her season, if you ask me.
You don't think so?
Not really.
I mean, loved her on her season.
That was a season where, like, you know, they did all that jumping and they did all of that, and it was one of the worst rated seasons, and she was a part of it. She was a part of it, and she was one of the girls who had it bad with the rest of them. So it made the show not interesting. It made her not interesting. So I'm excited to see her in this light because she was also on All-Star Battle. And I liked her on All-Star Battle because she did win a couple challenges, which was like...
Yeah, and she was also on X on the Beach on MTV.
She's one of them bad girls who, you know, she made her mark, exactly. Because now that you said that, she was on X on the Beach. I remember seeing her on that.
Me personally, I'm excited to see Janelle because I disagree with you. I think she's kind of what made her season like season 11 in Miami. I thought she was the one who made it exciting. Like, yeah, the girls hated her, but
Mhm.
I feel like when the girls hate someone, it's because they are highly favored, and I felt like that was Janelle's situation. But
Right.
I don't think that she's like there to turn up for drama. I feel like she's gonna be like the funny one, you know? So I
Mhm.
feel like she's gonna be the one giving us the laughs of the season. So I'm excited to see her. And speaking of season 11, someone else who was on that, who's on this, is Sarah. How do you feel about Sarah being on
She's a paid hoe.
it? I know ever since I met you, you never really cared for Sarah. I still remember because when we met each other, guys, it was when season 11 was airing in like 2013, and Armando was totally team Millen. What was her name?
No, no,
Mylan.
no, no. I was Team Gigi. For some reason,
Ew, you were team Gigi.
I
Ew.
lived for. I
Ew.
only lived for Gigi the way she would beat Sarah's ass each and every time, hands down.
Bye.
Hands
Bye.
down. You can't tell me
Mm-mm.
otherwise. And she would do it by herself without any of these hoes jumping
No,
in.
Gigi is a lame bitch. And I mean, I'm not a big Sarah fan right now. I mean, in her
Right.
during her season, I was a fan of Sarah just because all the other girls were terrible, so I had no choice. I felt like it was by default. But I feel like Sarah wasn't really necessary, even though she is one of the popular ones. I don't really get the hype about her. Guys, don't come for me. I know you guys love her, but I just don't really
Yeah.
get the hype about her. Like, even when you saw during the conversation, she even felt some type of way because Natalie admitted that when she came up with this idea, Tanisha was the first one she called, and Sarah felt some type of way because she wasn't the first call. And it's like, girl, really, like, know your place. Okay, so next on the list, we do have Judy. How do you feel about Judy? I'm really excited to see Judy on this.
I'm really excited to see Judy also, and I really hope she has it together. You know what I mean? Like, as
Yes.
viewers, each and every time that we see her, she never has it together. So I'm rooting for her. Like, Judy, I have the highest hopes for you, girl. Like, I hope,
Me
like,
too.
you don't have to have your life completely together, but please just present yourself on TV in a way where you can watch yourself with your family, with whoever you love, and it's not embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Judy on it. I know she's never been the fighter, but she is the one who like pisses the girls off. But I mean, and she was always really funny, so I'm also excited to see that. And next on the list, Sydney Star. How do you feel about Sydney Star being on the show?
I never knew who she was, to be quite honest with you.
Really?
I did not know who she was. Like, I don't watch
Okay.
love and hip hop like that,
I
honestly.
do, I do.
Yeah.
So I knew who she was, and I even knew who she was before then, because
Uh-huh.
I remember she was like on some radio show back in the day with Judy, I believe. And
Mhm.
she was saying how she was casted, but Oxygen wasn't ready for a transgender bad girl. So I'm excited for the first transgender bad girl, like finally to be on it. Like, I hope people don't send her hate for that, or if people don't care for her, I hope that's not the first thing they attack her with.
Right.
So
Alrighty. So Sydney Star, as we're like talking about her, how do you feel about her putting her hands on some of these other girls? Like, if it comes to that, and if these girls step to her being transgender, do you feel it's okay for her to defend herself and put her hands on the other girls?
yes, because she is a transgender woman, which means she is a woman. She's not a man. She doesn't go by those pronouns. Her pronouns are she, her, and her.
Mhm.
So I hope the girls don't come at her for that. I know some of the girls have come out with videos saying that they didn't want her to fight them because of how she was born biologically, but no, she is a woman, guys. Like, she's a woman, so have respect for that. She isn't a bad girl. So I hope people don't attack her for that or try to make that ignorant statement, because she clearly has every feature of a woman. So she is a woman. So I think it's all free game if they put their hands on her and she can put her hands on them. She has no upper hand only because she was born a man. So I feel like that argument is totally bullshit, and it's ignorant, and it's stupid, and it's a bigot statement to make. I don't
Right.
know, how do you feel about it? Am I wrong?
I mean, no, not at all. You're completely right. And I'm glad you're addressing that. And the reason I brought it up is because the whole Instagram spat you had with Jada. You obviously like mentioned something, and Jada like came at you and said it was like, like
Yeah, because
basically like, uh-huh.
Jada posted an ignorance comment on Instagram saying, "Oh, I don't know why they would cast a man to be fighting these females and all this
That's
bullshit."
what
Like, pretty
Jada
much calling Sydney a
said.
man and being disrespectful. Like, being ignorant. I mean, what do you expect from someone who was raised by a crackhead in like not even a trailer park. That bitch is homeless, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I surprised by what she said? No, but is it still offensive? Yes, because to me, I'm really protective over transgender people. I'm close to transgender people, and then not only that, but people were leaving comments like trying to correct her, like not even trying to fight her, like why it's wrong, and she was sticking by her comments, just totally fighting them and sticking to it, and even being more derogatory. And then when Sydney addressed her, she even was referring to Sydney as sir and all this, like being totally disrespectful and ignorant
Mhm.
and a bigot, you know, it's like she's trash. And then when I tried to say something to her, she just came back at me like just saying, oh, like, yeah, you think you know me. Some stupid bullshit, like, you know, it wasn't even worth my time. So next.
Moving down the list, Christina. We have not talked about her, but I am so super excited to see Christina.
Yes.
One of those girls that's like, she went away after her season and she really took time to grow up and work on herself, if you know what I mean. She didn't have
Yes.
that many opportunities because she never came back for All Star. She then never did any other show except Bad Girls Club. But, here she is still standing with the rest of them. So, how do you feel about Christina?
Actually really excited about Christina. Like you said, I want to see how she's grown. I know she does music. I know she's talented. So I want to see if she does anything with that. I know she's a fighter. Like guys, we like drama. You know, I don't condone violence, but at the end of the day, we all watch because of the drama.
That's why we
Like I'm excited to see that. So I'm excited just to see her dynamic with all the girls, just because she is very different from a lot of them. And yeah, Christina was one of the good ones for her season. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little shocked when I did see her name because I mean she was one of the big ones in her season, but when you put all these girls together, she's at least for me, not one of the first ones I think of, you know. I'm kind of disappointed that Megan isn't gonna be in the season like she was promoted to be, because I know you love Megan.
I do love Megan and I live for Megan. She's a Texas native. She's from Houston and she's pretty great and she's done a lot of stuff. She's been on OWN, Basketball Wives exactly, and she's coming out on a new show with Jennifer Williams as well. So I'm excited to see that.
I saw that, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. I wish she was on this cast because I would have loved to see her dynamic. And from the beginning, they made it seem like she was going to be on it full time.
She
I
was
think
on
she
the
does
promo,
make an
right?
appearance.
She was
Yeah,
on the promo, and I think she does make an appearance, as you said, but
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see much of her on that show.
Armando, are there any girls that you wish you saw from like on this season, like in the mix with the girls, like some of your favorite bad girls? Like who would they be that you would like to see on it that aren't on it?
That aren't on it that I would like to see. I mean, obviously Megan. I would have loved to have seen Julie on there because
Yes, I agree.
she was a good one, like Julie. I mean, I like Danny. I think Danny is like making her mark on YouTube, and like, I mean, I
I
watch
love the Victor twins.
videos. Like, yeah, like I always comment on there, and sometimes she likes it or she responds. So, like, they're cute. I think I would love to see Morgan on there as well.
Yes.
She's like one of like the baddest, honestly, Morgan, and she was dating that designer for a while, and I think she made it big. To be quite honest with you, like she has like a
Yeah,
blog.
she's
Yes,
yeah, she does have a blog. I not gonna lie, like I saw that Natalie went on live and says that she's hoping for Morgan to be on season 2. So I mean, we can stay tuned for Morgan and keep our hopes high up for her.
I like
Cause
it as well. And I remember when she did a live saying the same about Jayla. Like, I hope we can get Jayla on board. And you
oh
know,
Jayla, yeah,
yeah. And now Jayla is like with her, like like they're vacationing together and stuff. So I'm assuming they're gonna like she's gonna be on season 2.
yeah, for sure. I think Jayla will be on season 2 for sure. I know Tanisha said she would love to bring back OGs, and Tanisha and Amber, they're like best friends. So I
They're
would
really
love
close.
to see Amber come. And I know Amber is always throwing shade at Natalie. So I would love to see that. What are you like excited about this season from what we saw in the teaser? Like from the slow-mos of it all, like any fights that you saw? Like I saw that there was a Seven versus Sarah fight. There was a Natalie versus Christina. And I know Natalie also said that her and Tanisha fought it out. And who know it didn't really show. Oh, I know Judy and Sydney have drama. So like what are you excited to see? Even or if it's not about drama, like what are you excited to see this season?
I'm excited to see the Seven fight, honestly. Just because like I watch all of her YouTube videos and like what she said on YouTube that she kind of like, regretted it, that she felt that it was very instigated. So like I'm excited to see what exactly happened. And I mean with the whole like Christina and Natalie, like that was like you know, that was kind of all like overplayed on like IG lives and stuff that they did. Like it was obviously like about the hair stuff, the hairstylist, and Christina supposedly not paying the hairstylist, which I highly doubt, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I'm excited to see that as well. I want to see how Tanisha and Natalie like how they befriended each other again, basically.
I'm excited for that too because I did like the friendship that they had this whole time.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, as much as I like drama, I like to see these girls support each other, especially like the top dogs. Like, you want to see like the top dogs link up. What are like three moments in like BGC history that stand out to you and that like iconic moments for you?
Three BGC iconic moments. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, it would have to be like the whole Claremont twins and their stuff getting ruined. Like that's obviously something that just like comes up, like that whole blowout. And um, I
That one
mean,
was hard to watch.
it was hard to watch, honestly. But that's like one of the most iconic things that I can think of. Probably Natalie's season, just like the way Natalie treated those girls, and it was just like horrible to see as well, like hard to watch. But I mean, they aired it and she got away with it. So
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, like, what fight stands out to you sometimes the most out of all the fights that have happened?
the fights that stand out to me the most have probably been the Ashley, I think her name is, and Corey
And
fight.
Corey?
That was a pretty like epic fight.
Yes, okay. I'm glad you say that one. To me, that's one of the top fights because it was like the two pretty girls and they both gave each other black eyes and legit threw punches at each other's face, not just hair pulls.
Exactly. And then neither of them were like you know, this Baddies ATL, which I think they should have got like, you know, those type of bad pictures also.
Yeah, I feel like they should have gotten those type. And how do you feel about the leaks that we've been seeing online? Like, what leaks that you saw online have been like making you want to like tune in?
Especially the Judy leaks, like what she's been leaking on her IG and stuff. Like that's basically been like the drama she has with Sydney, and you know, like her leaking the whole like her and Natalie, like Natalie throwing a drink at her, but it mainly landed on Christina. Like that was pretty funny, but that was a
That was
good
funny.
leak. Did you see that?
I did see that when they were in the car, right? And
Yeah,
she was
when they
talking
were
about
in
like
the
spitting
car.
on Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a
Yeah.
pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was surprised that they did bring Judy because in the past season she's just been like not the most mentally stable person. And I feel like she does seem like a liability sometimes just because of the things she says or does. I don't know. But I mean, I am excited to see Judy. She is from Chicago, like me, but I don't know. We'll see what happens because I know supposedly she did quit while they were filming.
Yeah, she said she quit and then like they wrapped like 3 days later, which I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure she quit at towards the end.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like whatever. But is there anyone that you think you're not going to care for this season watching it?
Mm, Probably. No, I mean I think it's gonna be exciting, honestly. Like everyone, like I'm excited to see all of them back because it's been so long since we've seen
It's been
them
years.
on TV. It's been years exactly. So I mean I'm glad that they're bringing
And
them
yeah, and we've never seen them together.
together exactly. We've never seen these girls together, so I'm excited to see them, the dynamic they bring, and what they bring to the table. Because I mean, we'll be watching for sure, and we'll continue doing these recaps, which I'm excited for.
And I just hope it just shows more than drama. I want to see what they're up to and where they are in their life, you know?
Exactly, because especially because some of them are super successful now, and some of them aren't. You know what I mean? Like some of them like are really like achieving milestones in their life. Like Seven is a really big YouTuber, like, and she's living her best life. Natalie, she's
She's
always
so pretty.
she really is. And Natalie, she's always been, you know, a go-getter businesswoman. So some of these girls are not on the same level, and some of them like, you know, they're like desperate for this opportunity. I get to see how this plays out, what they bring to the table, and what happens, what they do with this. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is all we have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna keep doing these recaps on Baddies ATL. We're super excited. I am actually, I think I'm still subscribed to Zeus, but yeah, Zeus actually has some decent content on there. Like,
I don't think you are. I sorry to cut you off, but I tried logging in with her and it didn't work. I don't know.
she's coming
Did
for
you log me out?
No, I'll resubscribe. I don't think I am. I'll resubscribe. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, they have decent content on there. They have the Black China, Jocelyn's Cabaret, and I mean, I'm not being sponsored by Zeus, but we're definitely gonna keep like doing these recaps, and we're gonna like keep doing this. So check us out, like, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.